Hello everyone, welcome to this short session on how to create a blog using Blogger. Now, as you can see, I'm already logged in with my Gmail username and password. So the first thing that you need to do if you want to set up a Blogger blog website, you have to register for a Gmail account, and that can be done through visiting Google and searching for Gmail. And then you can set up and register for an account within there. Once you've done that, then you can navigate to this website up the top here, www.blogger.com, and then you'll be presented with the home page. You'll log in with your Gmail username and password. If you're already logged in, you'll come to an area that looks very much like this one here. And as you can see, I've already got one blog here that I've created. Now, I'll go through some of the steps and how you start off by creating a new blog. So all we simply do is we go up to this button here and we click on New Blog, and we'll give that a title. So we'll title this our test blog. And then in here we put our URL, our test blog.blogspot. It's checking its availability. It's not available, so we'll then put 1, 2, 3, 4 after this, and hopefully that's available. And yes, it is. So I then can have a look at some of the different templates that's here at the moment, but I'll leave that just now, and I'll just stick with this simple one here, and I click create blog. So at the moment it's now creating a blog for me. That's us successfully created it. And now we're into our own blog area. If you ever are in any of these pages and want to come back to the main menu, then you click on Overview and it will bring you to this area here. Now, to create a new post, then we simply go into either clicking on New Post icon here, or we can click on this one here where we go Posts, and then we simply just click on New Post, and this is where we start typing. So we may put as our title our new blog post, and then we start typing our content. This is a new blog post, and you can put anything that you want within there. You can add in images if you want to add in images, so you can upload files from your computer here. You can upload videos from your computer. It could be a file as in a PowerPoint. You can add images from the blog itself that's already on the blog. It could be images coming from your phone if you've linked your phone into it with Google+. You don't necessarily need to do any of these things. You can take a picture directly from your webcam if you have one set up as well. So you can add in different items to the blog in there. If you are a little bit more advanced, then you can use this HTML setting. Normally you would start typing within this part here, compose. So really actually once you put in your title, you click on compose, and then you start typing within this section here, and add any content that you want to add into it. Okay, so as you can see, there's lots of different options up at the top here. Again, as you'd find with your Word editor, you can create links with some of the text that you've put to link it to other websites, link it to other parts of your blog site too. If you are a bit more advanced, then here you can add some code, and this is some of the code which is basically a return space. This is a code for a return space. Now, if you are more advanced, you can do fancier things with coding rather than doing it through these menu bars. However, this provides a user-friendly interface. Now, once we're happy with that, we can click Save, and then we can click Publish, and we don't have to add any comments to that, so we'll just cancel that. And here we can see our new blog post. Yeah, so that's our first blog post within there. So if we go back to Overview, and we wanted to go back to find our blog posts that we've already created, we'll click on Posts, and we can click on All, or the ones that have been published, and you can see the list of it here. Okay. If we then want to have a look at our blog and see how that blog is doing, we can go up here and click View Blog. Now that takes us to the blog. We always have a message about cookies after the EU regulations on cookies were brought in a couple of years ago, so we've got it. And here, this is our blog, and we can see that's our blog post that we created there. So our new blog post, and that's the content for it. Now let's just close that tab and we'll go back into the back end of the blog system. Now you can play around with the layout of your blog by moving some of these different items around here, and you can have a look through the different gadgets that you can add to your blog. But let's first of all look at the templates. So if we go into the templates, we can change to any of these different templates that we want. So let's just, for instance, select this template here. And then I say apply to the blog. So we've got a slight preview of what it would look like. So that's me now changed the template from the very simple one up here that I started off with to now this new dynamic view blog template. And as you can see, there's lots of different examples there that you can choose from. Now, if we then go into settings, you can see each of the different settings here. We have our blog address, which you can edit at any time that you want to. We can also see that we have restrictions on who can comment on our blog if we want to do that. But quite importantly, we also have the number of posts up here that are shown on the main page of our blog. Now you can change that to as many as you want, so you could have it as 30 posts, and you'd just be simply scrolling down the page looking at post after post after post instead of clicking through different pages. So it's up to you in terms of what your preferences are, if you prefer to do that or if you don't want to do that. If you do, then you just go up here on the right hand side and say Save Settings. Okay, settings have been successfully saved. Each of these give other settings that you can play around with, but it's not fully necessary. So if we go back into our layout, what's quite interesting about our layout, we can then move in, and as you can see here, our layout's changed as I've changed the template as well. So what we can do is we can go up to this section here, the template designer within our layout menu, and within the template designer, again, you can see the different types of templates that we have here, but you can go into advanced settings and you can start changing the page font, the header font in terms of the colors of it, and in terms of the colors that are used within the blog as well. Again, layout, you can normally change the layout, but it depends on the actual template that you're using. You don't really want to adjust the width of your blog. The background, again, you can change the background color, so you might decide that you want to change the colors here from the suggested themes, add a different type of background from each of these, or you can actually upload your own, and you need to make sure that you are uploading a template at the size of 1800 by 1600, and that's in pixels. So you need to make sure that you do adhere to that, but we'll cancel that just now, and what we'll do is we'll go back to the Blogger section. So I'm not applying any changes here, and I'm simply clicking on back to Blogger, which again is up here on the right hand side. So back to Blogger, and yes, I want to leave. So now I'm back into the Blogger section, and this time I'm now going to go to the item pages here. So if I click on pages and I want to create a new page, so maybe I want to create a new page that is called About This Blog, then I can type in this section here, the same as the posts, anything about this blog. So I can say this blog is about marketing news and applying marketing theory. Okay, and you can add anything that you want in there. Again, any types of media by clicking on this section here, uploading any files that you have. It could be images, it could be video, and so on. So it's entirely up to you. Again, if you want to use code, you can go into the HTML area. However, I recommend to keep things simple. You just simply use the compose section and you have a user-friendly interface here at the top. Now, if we're happy with that page, we just simply click on save. That's us saved it, and now we click on publish. And here you can see within our pages section that we have this page here about this blog already published. Now, if we go back to our overview and we visit our blog, you'll notice something actually, that this page doesn't appear. So here's our first blog post, but there's no other pages around here. So what we have to do is we have to go back to our blogger section, and then we go into layout, this item here. So we click on layout, and then we need to click on add a gadget. So once we click on add a gadget, we scroll down all the way to the item called pages. Okay, we add this item. And here you can see all of the pages that you've created will be within this list. So at the moment, the only page that's displayed is our home page. So if we click on about this blog and we say save, then within the gadget, within this side here, on our sidebar right number 1, our new pages gadget has ended up in this area here. Okay, and you can move that around by going up and down. However, I would suggest that if you have pages, that goes to the top. So then we go over to the right hand side. So we move over to the right hand side here and we click on save arrangement. Once we've done that, then we can go back to our overview and we can then view our blog again. In this instance, we don't seem to have our pages. Now let's see what happened. So if we go back, maybe it didn't save. Let's go to here and we click on edit of this one. And here we can see that we do have each of the options ticked. Okay, now it should work and we'll view blog changes. Blog archive, and yes, I was looking in the wrong place. We did have it already. So we're up here. This is where our menu bar has landed. So we're up here and we have about this blog. So we did have it. It was just in a different place from where I was expecting it to come to. So about this blog, we click on that page there, and here we have about this blog. This blog is about marketing use and applied marketing theory. Okay, and again you can click on this item here, the little edit icon, and it takes you into your area here to change anything, to update anything. You can click update. It will simply update the page, and then you can go back to your overview. Within your overview, you will also see your page views, the number of times that pages have been viewed within each of these dates, which can be quite interesting in terms of analytics and tracking. You can also add in Google Analytics to your site as well. If we go to Other and we go down to the bottom area here, but you do have to register for Google Analytics. Okay, well that is everything that I want to discuss in terms of creating a blog within Blogger. As I said, this was a very simple overview as to what you can do with Blogger. Hopefully that helps, and I'll speak to you all soon.